I'm Jackie.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to the Witching Hour.
The Witching Hour is a little extension of Dumb Witch Club where we give you a witchy quickie.
What that is we take a big topic, break it down into bite-sized pieces, and we have a little sip of something to drink.
I got the giggles during our intro. Like, this is not...
Because sometimes we have sips of something to drink.
Sometimes we record multiple episodes in a row.
Sometimes we have a few sips of something to drink.
No, I started to laugh because I hated the way, like, I feel like I didn't even articulate, like, I'm Jackie.
You're like Jackie.
I was like, Jackie.
You're like, Jackie here.
So weird, like... Anyways, okay, so...
Like those men that do that don't say,
right,
like, yeah.
That's how I felt. I feel like I was in, like, a trucker bar. Yeah.
Jim, you're like,
exactly.
Okay,
yes.
What am I supposed to do with that information? You want to get it tattooed on me? Like, what is that?
That's a whole other thing. So, anyways.
I won't be doing that.
So, we are having a sip of something to drink. So, so we have had this on a previous episode, like right before this, because it was so nice, and we are recording these in a row, so we're just having some more of it, and we really liked it, and it's a Sauvignon Blanc, and it's very nice, and very excellent representation of what a Sauvignon Blanc should be.
Yes.
That's my opinion.
Light and fresh, and...
Yeah.
But we also...
And it's adorable.
Think that it's very fall.
Yes, correct. And I don't think I said this before, but I'm pretty sure this came from Trader Joe's. So, widely available in California where Trader Joe's is a czar.
Dixie and Bass.
Yeah, we can probably get it elsewhere as well.
So cute.
Sure cute.
I don't know what that was.
Also, when we were inside earlier, we were singing just like these horrendous songs from like the early 2000s.
Why were we doing that?
I don't know. And why do we know all those lyrics?
We don't need to relive that time period where we had no choice what we were listening to for the most part.
No, it was just like radio play and, oh God, so bad.
So bad, and now that song's stuck in our head.
I know. It's really bad. I don't even want to say what it is.
Songs. I know I'm not going to say it.
No, I can't say it, but... Oof. Okay.
Block that artist later.
Yes.
We figured out that you can do that.
Yes, correct. We figured out. She figured out.
Yeah.
You can block an artist on Spotify.
You can. Oh. It's stemming off of a conversation we had on the episode where we're complaining about things, which you should listen to if you haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't know at the time that we were recording, but now we know you can.
Yes. So you have to go to their artist page.
Yes.
And then the little 3 dots in the corner.
Yeah.
You can block
click
the
it,
artist.
and then you can say don't play this artist.
Yeah, don't play this artist.
I've gotten rid of tons of people.
Yeah, and so since I just found out, I'm literally doing that as soon as we wrap. So
yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Goodbye, Maroon 5. So sorry.
Sorry, Adam Levine.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right.
November. Energy report. We should reporter news.
I know. We always want these little musical sound effects, and we never. I mean,
except for our Unsolved Mysteries episode, which if you haven't watched, you friggin' should. It's one of our favorite episodes ever.
It's a really good episode.
It's really good. It's, okay, we're talking about ourselves, but it's really good.
I know, but we also, look, we don't have, bad self-esteem or anything either, but, we could be our own worst critics at times. I was just complaining about my intro,
yes, true,
nobody else probably noticed that or was going to say anything.
No.
But,
remember last time I did, I said something and you were like, well, why did you point it out? And I'm like, because it happened. And you're like, yeah, but you don't need to do that.
Did I say it like that?
Kind of.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Anyways.
But yes, we point these things out to your point.
We don't think we're so perfect.
No, we're not
all the
precious
time.
about it. So if we do say something was good, we legitimately mean it, and that episode is really good.
It really is. And we didn't know, but our producer surprised us by being able to get the Unsolved Mysteries theme song.
I know, it's so good. And in the episode, we're like, we probably can't do that.
But then we did.
And then we did it.
Okay. Anyways, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
November energy report.
November. Yes. What's going to happen?
Serious here.
Let's do this.
What's happening? What's going to happen? My overall take on the month.
Yeah, I want to know it.
Cooling down and heating up.
Yes, this is the vibe. It's I had a hold on because it's going to be like a roller coaster, but it's just one big hill. Just one.
The whole part where it's like tick 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 tick
Yes.
tick 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 tick,
and then
you're just going up.
And then back down. And then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So what is contributing to all of that?
Well,
quite a few things,
yeah,
right?
quite a few things.
Yeah.
We're kicking off the month with a new moon in Scorpio.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is good. This is good news. This is a good thing because I think that is like setting the groundwork for everything to come. It's a good opportunity to take advantage of this new moon, get deep the way you need to, set your intentions on the things that, the seeds you really want to plant for the upcoming full moon, just really like take care of yourself, lots of self-care, just all of that, like really take advantage of that time.
See, and I love that too, because I feel like it's also kind of like your like last chance to do that. Because yes,
Absolutely.
the month starts off that way. And of course you should be self-caring all the time. Okay, whatever. You know
Sure.
what I mean. But once we get to the 2nd of November, then we start seeing a lot of Sagittarius energy firing up. So we already have Venus in Sagittarius, which she has been in for a little bit. But we have Mercury going into Sag. Yes. And then after the Scorpio moon, the moon also goes into Sag. Yep. So I feel like this is going to be just kind of like a bit of an abrupt turn away from that depth and that kind of like stuff that you were saying.
Totally.
And towards this like, but what are you doing out here? Yes. And what do you need to do out here? And like, what ideas do you have?
Yeah.
And especially with the Mercury in Sagittarius, I feel like it's just a lot.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
It's just a lot.
It can be a lot in a good way. I mean, it can
sure.
spark all kinds of super creative ideas and, big, grandiose sort of thing. I mean, that's very Sag energy, right? Is sort of like big, grandiose ideas and stuff like that. But, Sagittarius energy is also very blunt and straightforward and sometimes pretty harsh.
Yeah.
And Mercury in Sagittarius is like, oof, like, watch what you're saying. Watch what you're letting other people like talk to you like, because that is some energy. Just remind yourself of the things that you thought about during the new moon.
Well, yeah, and I also feel like, just to stay on the Mercury and Sag really fast, Sagittarius has a lot of ideas, a lot of fire, a lot of passion. I mean, it's a fire sign after all. It's a very airy fire sign, but it is. But it's not the best at actually getting shit done.
No.
And so I think you really have to, like, be able to put a pin on that stuff and just be like, okay, like, thanks for all of your talking.
Sure.
But, like...
It's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, like, you're not really going anywhere with it yet. So...
Yeah. It's very true.
So also contributing in with all of this, I think the very next day, Mars goes into Leo.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a lot of frustration because I think there's going to be this turning up of the flames, of the fire, of like the passion and the drive and the whatever. But we have no like major earth energy happening in any of the planets really. And so I think there's going to be frustration. There's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of ideas, a lot of fire, and kind of like no nose to the grindstone to get anything done.
Exactly. Yeah, you're going to have all kinds of sort of downloads and things like that, I think, is going to be happening. But yeah, like what's going to carry it out? Who knows?
But what ends up happening shortly after that is Venus does go into Capricorn.
Yes.
So this is where we start to get a little bit of grounding. But it's Venus. Okay, love her.
Love that.
Love her. But she's not the most, like, snappy, like, go get everything done girly. She's kind of just like, oh, well, yeah, now I like being in this, like, planning phase. I'm just going to be planning all my plans.
Yeah, it's almost like...
I'm going to be, like, decorating my planner.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's the stickers and the pens and the color coding is 100%. What that is. Rather than really, like, the forward action, like, movement of that.
Exactly. So not a ton of help there.
No.
Other big things happening. Saturn finally goes direct.
Yeah, that's right.
Saturn is still in Pisces.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So that's still, I mean, yes, it is a little more forward movement. Few more options opening up rather than the sort of regressive, like, oh, I'm like in dreamland,
Sure.
But it's not a ton of energy. It's not a ton of forward motion.
No, it's like the same. It's just adding to the chorus, really, I feel like, with everything else. In a different way, Pisces energy is very different from any type of fire sign energy, but same thing, a little bit like impotent.
Well, yeah, and I think Saturn is not very powerful in the sign of Pisces. Saturn is kind of like, okay, let's go. What are we doing? And then Pisces is like, don't know. I don't know. We're kicking it.
Let's ask Venus. And she's like, I'm writing.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, like, I'll get back to you after I do all my color codings for
my flags on there.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
Right.
Another major thing is we have Pluto finally ending this back and forth flip-flop journey between Capricorn and Aquarius, which it's been doing for quite some time. Sure. It is going to go into Aquarius on the 19th. It's going to stay there. Yep. This is starting a new Pluto cycle, a new Pluto generational cycle. So this is a really big shift. This is a big move. It could mean not too much for you personally because Pluto is a distant planet, a social planet. I think it means a lot for the world and a lot of insight on what is going to unfold over the next 20-ish years.
Which makes a lot of sense around the time it's coming around, at least especially looking at America and what's going on. That makes a lot of sense of what we're going to kind of see. And very collective energy, and especially in the sign of Aquarius, even more collective energy, more thinking about everybody and humanity and what we're doing and where we're headed. And those are like some deep things. So,
Yes, definitely. We also have the sun going into Sagittarius, of course.
Yes, we do have that.
Wrapping up Scorpio season. And, obviously that's just enhancing and adding on to all that other Sagittarius energy. Obviously, that's the season that we're in.
Exactly. And then we end with a Mercury in retrograde.
Yes, that is right. It retrogrades on the 25th. And as I think, you may know or has been said, Mercury always does its retrogrades every year in the same element. So it's retrograding in fire this year. Yeah. And so that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Bumping up on the holiday season, etc. So, and being Sagittarius, I just think it's going to be really messy.
Right around just in time for Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, whatever that holiday is.
And following the major presidential election and the Pluto going into Aquarius. So
don't fight with people. Just don't do it. Yeah. It is not worth it.
Don't let them fight with you. It's not worth it. So anyway, I think you kind of see the cooling down and heating up that I mentioned and your roller coaster analogy and all of that. But overall, I don't think a lot of this is bad or challenging per se. No. It's just, as usual, the awareness of it can help you work with the energy, be less reactive. Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Yes. Take advantage of the seasons and the times which is a little bit more calm and gives you the energy that you need for the times that it's a little bit more frenetic. So,
all right.
You can do it.
That's November.
Cheers. Cheers.